14 months ago, the White House created this crisis at the border through their policies. And 14 months later, the crisis is getting worse. I think the logical conclusion is either they're incompetent or they want the crisis. It has to be one or the other. And there's not an American out there that doesn't understand this. Either the White House is incompetent or they want this crisis. I've been to the border 3 times. And on my last visit, it was the most frustrating to be flying in a Texas Ranger helicopter along the river border and looking below me and seeing miles and miles of fence that had been built. And if there were places where gates should be placed, but those gates sat there with contractors being paid tens of thousands of dollars a day to not do the work. It's frustrating to me as I make that same flight to see hundreds of migrants trying to cross the border without any type of resistance. It's frustrating to me that this president wants to take $2 billion appropriated for the fence and just to have that fence sitting there. They want to use it for other purposes, such as cutting down brush and environmental purposes. For all practical purposes, this White House has turned our Border Patrol into ushers, a maitre d' saying, come on across the border. I have to just stop for a second and talk about human trafficking and drug trafficking. You know, my friends across the aisle want to spend money and more efforts on therapy and programs to stop the drug addiction. But I'm telling you, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. We have to slow down the ease of these drugs crossing the border. Americans need to understand that so many of these people that are dying, especially our young students that are dying from overdose, it's an accidental overdose. A person that maybe was taking 2 or 4 Percocets to get high, if they would take a half a tablet of this fentanyl, it kills them. It makes them stop breathing. It's just that simple. And our people across the ocean from China are making the precursors, as one of my colleagues said earlier. And they're sending pharmacists into Mexico to finish the process. You know, with all due respect to the Ukrainian people, to the long-term threat of China, to the unpredictability of our North Koreans and terrorists being funded by Iran, our southern border is the most critical national security threat to America right now. This president knows how to fix it, but it appears he wants a crisis, or else he's absolutely incompetent. Thank you.
Cruz.